Why are marital problems always the wife's fault? I've seen this over 35 years now in my ministry, and frankly, I'm tired of it. That's why I'm doing this video. In many areas in the Christian community, many churches, it's the wife's fault if there are marital problems. A couple goes to see their pastor or a Christian counselor. After describing their problems, and this is in the very first session, very often, way too often, the wife is told that the problems are her fault. Whatever the husband is doing wrong, it's the wife's fault. If he doesn't communicate, it's her fault. Somehow she hasn't drawn him out enough, or she's shutting him down, or maybe it's her tone. Really? If he doesn't help with the chores, it's her fault. Maybe she nags him too much. If he loses his temper, it's her fault. If she hadn't said this or done that, he wouldn't have been triggered. You know what? You lose your temper, that's your own dumb fault. If he commits adultery, it's her fault. If he's abusive physically or emotionally, guess whose fault it is? Not his fault, it's her fault. So the husband gets a pass, and the wife has to make the changes. If she'll just love him more, he'll change. This is one of the traditional views in Christian counseling and in the church, and has been for years, and it's ridiculous. It's wrong. It's not biblical. So certainly she should love him. The scripture teaches that, but that is not going to make him change necessarily if he's got his own problems. If she's a better housekeeper, he'll change. If she respects him more, he'll change. If she provides more sex, especially if she provides more sex, he'll change. No, he won't. He'll just want more sex. I've seen this blaming of the wife for 35 years, as I said, and you know what? It needs to stop. Doesn't happen in my office, I can tell you that. It's wrong. It wounds the wife. It's not even close to what the Bible teaches. Here's what the Bible teaches, and that is that the husband is the leader in the relationship, and he is responsible for the health of the marriage, much more so than the wife. She has her responsibilities, and they are important biblically, but the husband is the one who is to lead the way. Ephesians 5:22-24 teaches that the husband is the unquestioned leader in the relationship, so he should lead the way in any process of change. Ephesians 5:25 teaches that the husband is to love his wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Highest possible standard of love, total sacrifice, total commitment. Now, it's reasonable for the wife to own her mistakes and weaknesses and work on them. No question about that. That's what happens in my office, of course. But the husband should go first in any process of change. When I work with a couple, and you can see my blue couch over there, if I have a couple on my couch, unless the wife has committed some serious sin like adultery or financial irresponsibility, the husband will go first in the process. Every homework assignment, of course, both will do the homework assignments. I won't work with couples who won't do my assignments. If they haven't done an assignment, I won't see them. But anyway, if they come in with their assignments, guess who goes first in giving their homework assignment? Always the husband. He's the leader. The wife will go second, of course. So if your pastor or your Christian counselor is blaming the wife, blaming you ladies for the marital problems, and asking her to change first, fire him. You may not leave the church, but fire your pastor as your counselor, fire your Christian counselor who's going this direction, and find someone who will take a balanced biblical approach, which means that the husband is the one that goes first in the change process, because that's the way it ought to be done.